Okay, everybody. Big finish for review day. We've got balanced reaction, including states for the formation of cobalt 2 chloride hexahydrate. Ions. Cobalt 2 plus. Chloride Cl minus. Crossover says COCl2. Chlorides are all soluble. They are, except a certain number of them. Let's verify that. When did we last look at solubilities? Chlorides, soluble. Cobalt's not on the list, so soluble. Include states. Including states, yeah. And it becomes COCl2. Not aqueous anymore. No. Gonna make a hydrate. How do you do the formula of a hydrate? No, it's all in one formula, but it's got a special character that you didn't see in any other formulas until you did hydrates. She said a dot. That's exactly what's in the middle. And then how many waters are in this formula? 6 waters. That's the only time you'll see that for hydrates. And balancing this is actually one where you can balance ahead of time. How many waters do you need for this to happen? Seriously, how many waters do you need for this reaction to happen? 6. Dr. Whitaker, I want every balancing to be like this one. There you go. You did this lab with copper sulfate. And those that did not totally fry their samples hopefully got a number close to 5. Remember? That was 5 hot waters. That was Monday, wasn't it? Yeah. And you went the other direction, didn't you? You went the opposite of this. You took the hydrate, which was blue, and you heated it, and then what left? It was a hydrate, and you heated it. What's always going to leave? Water. Okay? Yeah. So this is the formation of, this was the last part of your experiment. You took the white crystals, because after the hydrate lost the waters, it went from blue to white, right? And then you added the water back at the end, a few drops just to check, and it turned blue. We're doing that experiment here, aren't we? Except not copper sulfate, but cobalt chloride. Okay, so we got that. And now we're ready to start. That was A. 2.216 grams of cobalt. You need steps. This is kind of an advanced question. So if it shows up on your test, I'm going to give you steps. So for B steps. You need the FW for COCl2. Okay. 2.216 grams of cobalt 2 chloride is completely reacted, right? You can't use the coefficients if you have grams. When's the only time you're allowed to use the coefficients? Moles, exactly. You have to be talking about moles. So grams to moles is going to be our first job. That's why I need a formula weight. So periodic table, what are the units for the red numbers on the periodic table? Grams over moles, that's 19. And cobalt, I can't read that far. I need your help. All I can tell you is it's near the middle of the periodic table. So 58.93 with 4 sig figs. Always use 4 sig figs on the periodic table because the periodic table I hand you, that's all that's there. 4 sig figs every molecular weight. And 2 chlorines. So 2 times 35.45. Oh, this is a step. So B, steps, formula weight for COCl2, and I'm doing that over here. This is B. Step 1. And do you have an answer for me? 70.9 plus 58.93. Oh, 70.9, 50. It would be easier if somebody would just give me the answer, but I'm going to go with it. 179, 29.83. And what are the units for this number? Uh-oh. We were on a roll for a while. You got it from there, so what are the units for the numbers there? Grams per mole. That's 20. Finally, as promised. How many times did I ask? What are the units for the numbers on the periodic table? That's 20. Okay. And I don't have to do this anymore. And what do we got? We got 129.83. And step 2. Grams to moles. Step 2. The grams given in the question, 2.872. Times something that gets rid of grams, it gives me moles. Oh, you just did that. 1 mole for 129.83 grams. And I'm sorry. There's careful. The question here is I need the formula weight for COCl2 grams to moles for COCl2. Careful how you write CO. C(o)Cl2. Step 3. Mole COCl2. Oh, I did it just after I said it too. C(o)Cl2 to moles COCl2.6H2O. There's where your thing is. And let's see, can theoretically be full. How many moles? That's it. That's going to be the end. Okay. Because in the question, we didn't start with the hydrate. Read B very carefully. How many moles of Cobalt-2 chloride hexahydrate can be theoretically formed, but what are you forming it from? 2.216 grams of Cobalt-2 chloride. There's no hexahydrate there, right? So this is the reactant. And we're going to get, let's see, I don't know. It's more than a tenth. 0.1 something. Oh, I 2 decimal places, sorry. 0.02. There's room for a lot of mistakes in there. Did I get it right finally? Okay. All right, and that's CO, just to be careful, you know, to be sure, you know, you're only talking about CO2 so far. So 2 grams to moles for COC. Mole COCl2 to mole COCl2 hexahydrate. Hey, moles of substance A to moles of substance B. This is the only time you use what? Coefficients from the balanced equation. Coefficient time. And I'm gonna do 3 right here. Can I do that? Is that legal to do this? 3, and I'm just gonna say times 1 mole COCl2.6 H2Os made for every, that should be a red 1, right? 1 mole COCl2 reacted, and I know the answer. I don't even need a calculator for once, you know? There's the answer for a question. Was it B? I think it's B. Yeah. So this is the answer for B. Highlighting on my answers. Yellow highlighter. Time is ticking. Oh, we're over time. Thanks for putting up with me. I understand if you have to go, you can go. I'm going to stay and finish, okay? But if you have to go, you have to go. And you know, it's on video, so we're okay. And there's your answer for B. And you want your answer for C? C, how many grams is this? So C steps. C steps. Although I shouldn't have to give you this one. Moles to grams. So you need FW COCl2 dot 6H2O. So here's C. FWCOCl2 dot 6H2O. Is it going to throw you off a lot if I skip a bit and go 129.83 plus 6 times 2 times 1.008? Am I really losing anybody right here? What am I doing at the end here? I'm taking the old formula weight and adding the formula weight of 6 waters to it. Water has 2 H's in it. That's the weight of H from the periodic table. 10. That's the weight of that in the periodic table. So 1802, 1487.88. 846. It went down. Oh. If I mishear somebody, which I do a lot, seriously, I do. Please fix it, because I was doing the math now and it wasn't working what she said. 147 point what now? 846. And it's not a final answer, it's a step. What are the units of this? Because the numbers came from the periodic table. Grams per mole, 21. 21st time I ever mentioned. So I've got the formula weight. Now I can go moles to grams. I got my moles. 0.02212. Wow. 1235 moles COCl2. Wow. Computer knows I'm up against it, so it's messing with me. Not really. COCl2 dot 6H2O times something that gets rid of moles and gets me grams. 147.846. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, what you got? That number should still be in your calculator, I hope. Yeah. 3.20553112. It loves moving stuff on me. Okay. Remember, these two are potential theoretical yields. Either one is good. Theoretical yields. So we can finish fast. It tells us how many grams were actually formed, right? And that's not moles anymore, Dr. Whitaker. Look at your units, man. It's not moles. Moles gone. It's grams. I think that's the one I want to use in my next step so I can get out of here in one more minute. This is D. It gave us that 2.872 grams were actually formed. So remember, percent yield equals actual over theoretical times 100. Use the matching units, so don't use moles because I have moles. I do have moles. Yeah, and I have grams. Oh, I don't have moles up here though. Look, I don't have moles here. You better use grams or else you got to convert that to moles, and that's an extra step you don't have to do. Don't do it. 2.872 is what you actually made. How do you know that? The word actually. How much could you theoretically make? Well, how many grams did you theoretically make? It's the answer to C. Okay. So actual, well, I have 2.872. Straight from the question. Over 3.205. This is where I made my mistake in my last video. I didn't copy this right. Those are grams over grams canceling, getting 100% or making it percent by multiplying by 100, and we're it's over 70. Is it over 80 though? Times 100, 89 point. Is it really that high? Oh, it is. 89 point. Give me 59. 60? Because 59 was followed by a 5 or higher. So with rounding to 4 sig figs, that is the correct answer. We like. Looks like we're boxing final answers here. I'm gonna let you copy all that down and take that on your way out. Sorry, I went overtime. It's lagging.